Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 55. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the Scots. Nope, this guy definitely ain't Scottish. He definitely ain't Scottish. Alongside Nope, not Kevin either. Who the heck's this guy? Alongside the one, the only, Crash.
Hi.
Chris is like, yo, what the fuck? What up, bro? So we spoke about you a lot on this podcast, Crash. But
really?
No one has a clue who the heck you are.
Now they do.
For those who don't know who you are you? What do you do on the interwebs?
I stream on Twitch.
Yep. Twitch.tv/
Kreshnik Plays.
I usually just call it Crash Plays.
No, I know you tweet that all the time. We're doing the dual stream. Watch both of us at MC Fixer, twitch.tv/MC Fixer, and Crush. Whatever, you know.
Whatever the other guy is, I'll send it out to you later. But anyway, apart from streaming, you are a hardcore gamer.
Yes.
On all platforms.
All platforms.
If you had to pick one, which would you have picked?
PlayStation.
I know. I don't, but I've only just learned this about you, which is crazy.
Yes.
Because we play together all the time on Xbox.
Well, okay. Multiplayer games,
yeah.
Xbox. That's where my friends are at.
Okay.
Xbox. But for single player games, I've always gravitated towards PlayStation's games as opposed to Xbox.
Interesting. But you have both. And I posted a little thing in the My Xbox and Me Facebook group this week. And I got a little bit of hate. But I've got a PlayStation of my own now. So I was sharing with Haley's brother. So I went and bought my own one during the Black Friday deals. £200. I got FIFA 17 and Uncharted 4 and the Slim PS4, 500 gig. And I posted it in the My Xbox and Me Facebook group and said, please don't hate me. And never guess what, Crash? Everyone hated me.
Of course. How could you betray the Xbox, man? I know.
Do you know what? It's funny because when I set it up, Haley was like, don't worry, Xbox, I'll still play you. I was like, shut up. Don't talk to my Xbox like that.
Got your own Xbox.
But it's like I said to everyone, it is strictly for exclusives. Or forget, like with the Watch Dogs process that most of you, like I said on last week or the week before's episode, if I get sent a review copy of Watch Dogs, I need to be playing it. But if it's on PlayStation, so be it, unfortunately. I will let everyone know what system I play on, so yeah. I got proper BO and Moody in chat. They're like, hey, are we the only ones here? You got to remember, we're recording early this week, guys. So no Mackie, no Foxes, no one. But don't worry about all that. Crash. So how long... Okay, before we get into all this gobbledygook news, how long have we actually known each other, do you think, now?
Wow.
Or, a better question, do you remember how we met? Because I know how I met Mackie. So I met Mackie through supporting Alfredo on Patreon.
It was playing Rainbow with Mackie and you. First time I ever conversed with you.
And you was like, damn, that British guy.
Fuck him.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Fuck this guy. But yeah, so we've played games for each other for a while.
Yes.
For a while. Mainly Rainbow, Gears, Smite, I've played with you, which we'll talk about in a little bit, I'm sure. I don't know what else we play. Most of our multiplayer games we play together. Yes. You are part of the squad, as we do nowadays.
Yes.
Enough rambling. Let's say this week's episode of My Xbox and Me is brought to you by mcfixer.co.uk and Kreshnik Plays on twitch.tv/mcfixer.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it.
Also, if you want to head over to patreon.com/mcfixer, you can get the show early. Audio is $3, video is $4. If you want to watch us live, you get it at $4 as well. Don't know why I'm fumbling. I've done this every week. Also, join the My Xbox and Me Facebook group, as we've been talking about. Mr. Moody runs it over there. He does a lot of work. And join the My Xbox and Me Xbox Club, because we will start playing with people from in there as well. Because we are sometimes trying to pick up people, Crash. Sometimes we're like, we need a fourth, we need a fifth, we need a sixth, whatever. We need someone for our FIFA club. And you're like,
of course, FIFA Club.
You're like, yo, bro, I don't play FIFA. Also, don't forget that Fix and Friends will be starting this month. You will get episode 1 of Fix and Friends podcast, which should be interesting to listen to. So I don't know when I'm going to record it, but you will get ASAP. Cool. Enough of the rambling stuff. Let's talk about one more thing, which is Mike Lynch. And Mike Lynch says, "Hi guys, I play video games and review movies, Blu-rays, blah 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 blah. Think of me as a crossover between Voltron and Transformers. Awesome and extremely mega. Yeah, right. Anyways, go subscribe, youtube.com/Mike Lynch. Back to you, Fixer and Crash." Doesn't say your name, Crash, I've got to be honest.
I know.
For those wondering, where's Ross? Ross this week is just busy at work. He's not going to be on this week and he's not going to be on next week's. We have Crash for both weeks. Just, love him, enjoy him while he's here. Because he's a bit like Casper. 1 minute you see him, next week no. Crash, what has been in your box this week? What have you been playing?
A very little bit of Rainbow.
Okay, play a bit of Rainbow. Yeah, we played together.
Smite. Yeah.
Okay, so let's slow it down. Let's take this nice and slow. Like, this is our first date. This is our first date, you know?
All right.
So it's not our first date, but with the audience, it's our first public date.
There we go.
First one we're streaming live together.
Exactly. You finally brought it like, oh man, I'm not embarrassed to do it enough.
See you, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Rainbow. We played a bit of Rainbow. We played Ranked, if I remember rightly. And we got our asses absolutely handed to us.
Yes.
Why are you so bad at Rainbow?
You went 3 matches, no kills. It might have been more. Don't remember 100%.
It was 3. It was 3. I got disconnected from one of them. Let's be honest. Just to make it clear.
After like 2 rounds. So don't say like, oh man, I got disconnected right as it started.
Look, come on, man. Why you gotta be like this? There's no need for it.
To be fair, I wasn't doing great either.
Rainbow's one of those games you have to be on every single day to continuously be good at it.
Yep.
100%. 100%. All right, you've been playing Rainbow. You've been playing this little game called Smite, which the audience have probably seen you play or heard you talk about in my stream before. Let's be honest.
Probably, yes.
Why Smite? What compels you to play that game so much?
It's competitive and fun.
Okay. I just don't... You and Ben have taught me to the best of my abilities, which my job is to heal you guys.
Okay, so there's 72 gods in the game. There's probably more by now. Okay. But it's sort of this thing of, I'm playing this god. Who am I playing against? What abilities do they have up? How am I going to counter them? It's all those things. And when you successfully do it, the satisfaction is amazing.
Because is it because you've accomplished something? You worked it out, and I'm not at that point yet. My job is literally just heal Ben, heal Ben.
That's how it is for like the first 30 hours you play the game. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I got a kill. Yes.
I love it when I do get a kill in Smite because you're like, yes, Fix, go on. And then I die straight away. You're like, yeah, you shouldn't have pushed there.
Because I don't blame you, because I was the same way when I first started playing. It's like you get that kill and you get it all in your system, like, I'm unstoppable, I'm amazing.
Exactly. I just love it when you guys are leveled up to like the max and I'm still at level 16 or something. I'm just like, yo guys, why am I not getting kills? These minions are starting to kill me a little bit. What the hell? Okay, and the big game you've been playing this week, I watched you stream it this morning, come out today.
Yes.
The 29th of the 11th, or the 11th or the 29th, depending where you're from in the world, like you weird Americans. A little game called Final Fantasy 15.
Yes.
So you're a big Final Fantasy fan? Correct?
Certain games.
Okay.
I haven't played them all.
Let's talk. Where are we at then? Correct on Final Fantasy. Where are we?
I've played 7.
Okay. Everyone's played 7. Even I've played 7. Didn't finish it, but I played it.
Didn't play 8.
Okay, I heard that's a good choice.
Played 9.
Heard that's meant to be good.
Played 10. Played 12.
Okay.
Played about an hour of 13.
Yeah, no, everyone played an hour of 13. Even I played an hour of 13. Like, nah, bro. No way. No way. But 15. How many hours in are you?
6.5.
Okay.
Roughly. Yeah.
And it literally just come out 6.5. That's good.
Yeah.
That tells me that You're doing well. You like it. So let's talk about it. Talk me through it. Does it have this big long tutorial like the others do?
You can skip the tutorial. There's the option for it, but you can skip it if you want to.
No,
can't. You're gonna want to play it your first time through.
You're telling me I need to do the tutorial. Did you do the tutorial?
Yes. I played the Japanese demo. In the Japanese demo, they had the tutorial. I played it then, but I had no clue what it said, so I skipped it this time. But,
all right. So you know what you're doing.
Yes.
7 hours. What's it like? Talk to me about this game.
It's fun. It's beautiful.
All right.
The combat's super fluid.
Not turn-based.
Not turn-based. Yes.
Yeah. So it's more. Is it? I can't read from what I see of the game. Is it a hack and slash? Is it a?
Most similar, I'd say, is it's a hack and slash.
Okay.
That'd be the easiest way to put it. I hate the term hack and slash because hack and slash simplifies the genre in general, no matter what you're talking about, so much. Yeah. But basically, it is a hack and slash. Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah.
If it's not turn-based, it's more actiony. The way I look at it, looks like a hack and slash. I get what you mean. It's still a complicated game. It's Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay, voice acting. I've heard certain things. Are you playing with the Japanese subs or with the Japanese dub with the subs?
English voice, English everything.
Just the way I would do it as well.
I'm not for the Japanese voices, man.
My missus would have me up against the wall. She watches is it Death Note? And she watched it with the subtitles, and I'm just like, I am not watching this if you're watching this with subs. She's like, I'll watch it again with you with the English. Ugh. I'm like, all right, cool.
English is actually really good in that.
Yeah, whatever. I'm wrong show for that. So voice acting, what's it like? Is it any good? Is it bad? I've heard mixed things.
There are a few weak points where some of the voice acting seems out of line, but for the most part, like, I can't hate it. It's like Japanese voice, English voice acting over a Japanese anime or video game, which I'm used to by this point. So,
fair enough. Don't really know. Are you liking the characters? The boy band on the road trip?
I'm loving the boy band on the road trip. There's so many moments where like you're doing something and they have like little quips towards each other that just help build character. And it's not as dumb as one would assume when you just see like the picture with the 4 characters in the car. Because all I see is why are they doing this? What is the point? But I'm sure it makes sense. Right. It does. It really does.
Fair enough.
And I perceived it better than I thought I would.
Yeah. Well, you're quite critical of games.
Yes.
You are quite a good critic when it comes to games. We have quite deep conversations. Usually at my like 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, whatever time it is,
4, 2, whatever. Yes.
And we usually have deep conversations. So for someone who's not a Final Fantasy fan like myself, I do have the game because of my game sharer. Would you say this is a good jumping in point? Will I be able to understand it? It's not like you hear Final Fantasy 15. There's not a continuous story or nothing like that.
Each Final Fantasy game is always like its own story and its own universe.
Do I need to have watched? Because I know there's an anime film and there's a comic and there's a this, that, and it's so scary to jump in. Do I need to have watched all that, or can I get in and do this without that?
You can get in from what I've played without it.
Okay.
Watching it definitely adds a certain level of understanding to it, though. So you will go into it more understanding, but they don't really reference it.
Okay.
And it doesn't really come up. And there's a movie where stuff happens, and they have cutscenes from the movie in the game. Show you what happened, so you aren't left like not knowing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's good to know as well. All right. So 7 hours in, loving it, enjoying it. Correct?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Fair enough. Next week you can report back to us when you've completed it with over 100 hours.
And I start my new game plus, and I'm halfway through that.
Jesus Christ! No way. Fair enough. Anything else you played this week, anyway?
I don't know. That's been it basically for the most part. Yeah.
Cool. What have I played this week? Again, Rainbow Review. I started Uncharted 4, just for listeners who were wondering what I've been playing. What else have I played? I don't know if I spoke about this last week or not, because I've got a really bad memory. I was going to check, but I finished Titanfall 2, which I'm happy with. I'm now going to move on to playing Inside, because I bought that during the Black Friday sale, which I've heard amazing things about. I do think it's a bit steep, the price for the time, but if it is a piece of art, like people are saying, I'm sure I can give a bit more context to that next week. And I've been playing some more Skyrim. Which...
You've been enjoying it?
I like Skyrim. I do like Skyrim. But like I said to you, I do feel like it's very, very, very samey. And I feel like I'm so spoiled from playing a game like The Witcher to then play that and then jump into this. It's just like, wow. Like, The Witcher, you're not seeing the same characters. You're not seeing the same areas. You're not seeing the same... Nothing feels the same to me in that game. Where with Skyrim, where I must be about 6-7 hours in, something like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not really doing much usually. I'm just walking around going, I'm really bad because I just go through like trying to steal stuff half the time, or I'm looking at dead bodies that I don't need to look at, and I'm playing the game very slow. I'm not very good at the game, I'm going to be honest, but it is a good game. I can see why people enjoy it. I can see why people love it. I can see why it's endless. I don't think I'm going to finish it. I don't think anyone will see me finish it. I feel like it's a game. I feel like it's a game that I'm going to wake up in the morning and go, I'm going to play this for an hour and just go and do something in that world for an hour. And then I'll come back to play whatever else that I'm progressing in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, 100%. I think that's pretty much what Skyrim is, especially like you said, after playing Witcher 3. Looking at it, it's a completely inferior game. That's not fair to say. It's not fair to say, but that's how
it was made in different times. But yeah, exactly. I agree with you. I do agree with you. It's just Witcher does everything better.
Yeah.
And
every quest, every inn, all has its own personality, where with Skyrim, for the most part, it seems like mostly a copy and paste for the most part.
But yeah, that's not... I don't think it is a copy and paste. It just
I don't
seems
either.
like...
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the buildings are very samey. It's just maybe if I go back and play Witcher 3, I'll feel the same about that again.
100%. Possibly.
But from what I'm playing so far, I didn't feel like that while I was playing The Witcher, but I do feel like that while I'm playing Skyrim, which is a bit of a shame.
Yep.
Well, that is out of the way. Let's get into the news, shall we, Crash? Big one. This is the main news of this week. The big one. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. Sources saying Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is coming in 2017. Marvel and Capcom characters will duke it out again in a new crossover fighting game. My show notes have done some weird thing. Marvel sources tell Polygon that Marvel Capcom 4 is currently in development and is slated for a 2017 release. Although Capcom haven't officially announced the game, we've been told the company will unveil Marvel vs. Capcom this week alongside Sony's PlayStation Experience event, where the Capcom Cup 2016 Street Fighter V tournament will be held. Fans of the series should expect Marvel vs. Capcom rosters of Marvel characters to be drawn strongly from the cinematic universe, not Marvel Studio as popularized and have full control over. During the past decade, the means of fighting games, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what this pretty much says is they're going to be picking from games like The Avengers, Guardian of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, those characters instead of characters like Wolverine, X-Men, stuff like that, which is interesting. You are actually a fighting game fan.
Yes.
Which is good to have you on. That's cool. You're very good at Killer Instinct. Kick my ass. A little tournament we have. You played the Marvel vs. Capcom games before, I assume.
Yes. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I haven't played 1 or 2.
You never played 1 or 2? No. Interesting. I remember used to play in number 1 on Dreamcast. Yeah, and then like I was saying to you, my dad has the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade in his shop, and I sit there playing that for hours, and playing against him, he's a fucking cheese, because he was literally just playing Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine, and used their specials all at the same time, which was just pretty unstoppable. That was literally taking out half the roster in one move. So, yeah. Are you excited for this?
Very excited.
Okay, let's do a little dream team, a little dream scenario here. If you could pick from any of these two categories, Marvel, Capcom, who is the number one on your list character?
Number one?
Yeah.
My boy Dante.
Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yes.
What? 100%. I did not see that coming.
Dude, him and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, amazing.
I remember you used to do this gun thing where you used to have to spray that. I think you leant down, didn't you? And you just sort of shot up and then, I don't know, there was something. I remember going online and just getting absolutely destroyed by him. So yours is Dante. Then I would go, obviously, has never been in a Marvel vs. Capcom game, but it would have to be Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil. Have to be. Of course. Now, you're number two.
Oh.
Don't worry, I've got my number two ready, so I'll go. You can think.
Okay.
Obviously, I have to, after Leon S. Kennedy, you did Chris Redfield from Resident Evil.
Of course. Why? You can't have a team without him, man.
You can't have Leon without Chris.
Of course.
Exactly. Don't worry, I've got number three ready as well, but I'll let you go first.
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom. All right, that's cool.
Yes.
All right. Obviously, without Leon, you've got Leon. You've got Chris. You clearly need Jill Redfield as well.
Whoa. Anybody who thinks not having her, horrible. Exactly. Horrible idea.
I don't even know what you're talking about, guys.
She's my third character too, man. Amazing. No, she's not.
But yeah, okay. I would have the whole Resident Leon, Jill, Chris, Claire, Nemesis, Wesker. So that takes up 6 spots already. I'm so bad for Resident Evil. Let's just make this Resident Evil versus Marvel. I'm done. Okay. Anybody? Okay, who was not in 3 who you would love to have had?
Oh, that's.
I'm trying to think. Ant-Man.
Mega Man.
Oh, Mega Man. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Was he in 3? I don't think he was in 3. No,
but he's in Smash.
Yeah, but so the OG Mega Man's in Smash. You still have Mega Man X.
I didn't play those games, so
that's because you're a loser. But that's beside the point.
Very true. Yeah, I don't really know who else I'd have. Foxy is saying was Punisher in it. Don't think so.
No, I don't believe so.
That's not a bad chat. Punisher.
Yeah, that would actually be pretty good, especially with the Daredevil. Daredevil. There we go.
Daredevil, Punisher. So, okay, Luke Cage. That's who I'm assuming is going to be in this. Those characters. Ant-Man, Groot, Punisher.
I don't know. Maybe Luke Cage. I don't know if they would put Luke Cage in it.
Why? Because he's black? You racist?
Yeah, 100% because he's black. No, I feel like the Marvel, they're gonna focus Marvel movies, and then for the Marvel Netflix series, they'll only do like not all of them. I'd imagine mainly it'd be just Daredevil.
Daredevil's the popular one. The main of the 4, he's the main one, I'd say.
And then depending around when it comes out, maybe Iron Fist to boost up the Netflix show.
Yeah.
It all depends on like what their slate of movies is.
Don't forget about that sweet DLC.
Of course. Yeah.
There's your Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones.
Netflix series.
The Netflix pack.
Yeah.
Chris, Capcom, 100%. Bring us up. We've got this, guys. You make the stuff, we'll sell it. We've got this.
100%.
We've got this. You just cut the checks. All right, guys? Exactly. We've got this. But yeah, are you excited for this game? Is this something that you wanted? Is it something? Because I haven't thought about it in a while, Marvel vs. Capcom. And as soon as I saw the rumors, I was just like, oh, yes. And I'm not even a fighting game fan. Like, that's not my forte at all. But these games do something to me, and I really enjoy them.
So, what you don't know is the first fighting game to ever get me into fighting games was actually Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Ah.
Towards the end of its life cycle.
I was going to say, that's late.
Got into it very late in its life cycle. Yeah. I was watching like an Evo, and I saw Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and it looked super interesting. And it got me to pick up and play that. And then after that, Injustice came out.
Yeah.
Got me to fully delve into fighting games. So Marvel vs. Capcom 4, 100%. Super hyped.
The question I have, and we spoke about it a little bit as well, was this being shown at PSX. Cool, makes sense. Does that mean it's going to be a timed exclusive for PlayStation? Does that mean they're going to have exclusive characters? What are we thinking here? Do you reckon? The way I look at it is Dead Rising is a timed exclusive on Xbox One. So the most I can see, Capcom need their games everywhere. From an outside perspective, I know you have a little bit more insight on this, but Street Fighter 5 didn't sell well. No. It didn't. You can pick it up in a bargain bin for like £12 now.
100%.
So the exclusivity didn't help, which I know that game wouldn't have been made without Sony, etc., etc. But Marvel vs. Capcom would have been. So the most I can see is this being a timed exclusive, right?
I'd say timed exclusive. I don't think Capcom would really do another full-on exclusive with Sony, especially after Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
I don't like the possibility of Spider-Man being an exclusive character is 100% there.
You said this, yeah.
Because Spider-Man's going to be a PS4 exclusive.
Exactly.
I don't think that'll happen because Spider-Man sells.
It's still Spider-Man. Yeah.
Spider-Man being in Marvel vs. Capcom exclusive to Sony sells Sony copies. I think it just stops sales of the game, period.
Yeah.
So I don't think they do that. Possibly they'll have like the exclusive Spider-Man PS4 skin for the Spider-Man character.
And all that.
It'll be something like that, I think.
We made a joke.
Right.
They get Spider-Man and we get Frank Grice from Dead Rising.
Yeah. That honestly, like that could be possible, but they don't like Capcom doesn't really do that type of stuff like console exclusives with their games.
Yeah.
If this was on the other hand, who makes Mortal Kombat? What? Another
yeah.
If it was them, then 100% that's a possibility because they've done it in the past.
So let's say hypothetically, they say the game's coming out, you got all the characters except Spider-Man. What console would you buy this on?
If Spider-Man's included?
No, just so Spider-Man's only on Sony.
I'd buy it on the PS4.
Oh, he's that big a character.
Of course. Spider-Man, top 5 superheroes.
I would buy it on Xbox just because Xbox fans.
Of course.
I'm an Xbox guy through and through.
That's what he says. He just taped the buttons over. And you're like, wow, they added Spider-Man on the Xbox. Amazing.
Yo, Fixer, why are you playing on PlayStation? I'm not. What are you talking about? We can see it says PlayStation. You're streaming off of your PS4. No, that's not true. Don't know what you're talking about.
That was definitely an achievement, not a trophy.
Yeah, cool. I've just thought that's interesting. I'm really looking forward to it and cannot wait to play it. New BioWare IP to be a story-focused game. Although BioWare are hard at work finishing the touches on Mass Effect Andromeda, is that a game you're interested in at all?
Yes.
Did you play the previous?
Yes. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, quick question, because I've asked everybody this. I think we probably asked this before, but I want to ask you on the show anyway. I'm doing the critically acclaimed series. Started with Skyrim, probably ended it with where I'm at now on Skyrim.
Right.
Next game I'm going to play is Bioshock, because that's a bit more easier for me to cut down and stuff. After that, I'm starting Mass Effect, because I've never played the Mass Effect before.
Skip the first one.
Oh, everybody says it. Everybody, is it that bad?
It's really outdated and it's too slow and tedious. And the parts where you're on I forget what they call it, the little car thing they have. It's completely stupid.
Okay.
Don't do it. Skip it.
Skip it. Go to 2.
2 is a much better game.
If you want to, again, I'll say this again. If you want to object that, guys, you email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. Don't act like you're not hearing me. You can hear me. You're listening. You can hear what I'm saying, all right? So we'll see what happens. But anyway, recently speaking with Game Informer, BioWare manager Aaron Flynn has stated that although we shouldn't expect the new IP to be revealed anytime soon, there's a big quote, and what he pretty much says in this quote is they were deciding whether they wanted to do something very BioWare or very non-BioWare, pretty much. So storytelling is where the heart is of this game. Don't expect it anytime soon because they're finishing up Andromeda. They'll wait until Andromeda is in a good place with the fans, so they're not going to just finish it and then go work on the next game. sounds good to me. I'm always down for more storytelling games. BioWare, I know they make good games. I've not played many of them because, like I say, Mass Effect. But I've never played Mass Effect. I know Mass Effect's a good game. Even if I don't like Mass Effect, I know it's a good game. It just wasn't a game for me.
Yep.
Are you excited about a new BioWare game? A new IP, hopefully.
It depends. I think story-wise, it'll be a good game. BioWare is amazing at creating these great universes. You know, Dragon Age, Mass Effect. So I think the only question with it really is what genre is it going to be? And that'll basically depend for me.
What genre would you like it to be?
I don't know. I would like to be surprised. Honestly, I would really like to be surprised.
That's why they call me the boss around here, Crash. Speaking of bosses, segue, Xbox boss Phil Spencer, see what I did there, would love to see Mario on Xbox. All right, here's a little one for you, little tangent, yeah? So I went to work the other day. I work at Cheltenham Athletic Football Club, trying to quit there soon, so help me out, patreon.com/MCFixer. And a guy come up to me and goes, oh, you're into Xbox stuff, aren't you? I'm like, yeah, I really hate when people say that, but I was like, yeah. And he was like, did you hear Mario's coming to Xbox? I said to him straight, and you know what I'm like. I went, you're an idiot. And it was like, no. I read this. He said, I read this article. I went, did you read the article or did you read the title? He was like, no, I read the article. I went, all right, cool. Pull up the article. I read the article out to him with my dyslexicness all over it. Don't get me wrong. Words were all wrong all over the place and whatever. That's what happened. But this is what the story was. And it was, head of Xbox Phil Spencer recently he's expressing seeing Mario brought to the Microsoft console. Speaking to Oz Gamers, Spencer cited Microsoft's collaboration with Nintendo in bringing Minecraft, which it owns, to the Nintendo Wii U, which no one owns apart from me. The quote is, it's been a great partnership on Minecraft. Spencer said, in fact, they put Mario in Minecraft on the Wii U mashup skin pack, and continues to work with them and build a strong relationship. I mean, if they paid dividends down the road, if that would pay dividends down the road and lead somewhere else, that would be fantastic. I'd love to see Mario on Xbox. Who wouldn't love to see Mario on Xbox? This is my
same exact reaction.
Like,
this is not news. If you ask the head of Sony,
Christ. We've reported a lot of bullshit around here, yeah? So everything's news. All news is no news, and good news is no news, and news is news, and rumors are rumors. Right. So
let me just put it this way. If you went to the head of Android cell phones, whoever controls the App Store, and you ask them, would you love to see Mario games on the App Store? They say, yes, I'd absolutely love to see Mario games on the App Store. If we have to pay dividends at some point, it'd still be a wonderful trade-off. This is nothing whatsoever.
But this is where I'm at. So, Kresh, do we start the campaign right now, the 29th of the 11th, 2016, and say to everyone they have to boycott the Switch? Because this is the only way we're getting Mario on consoles if we don't buy the consoles anymore.
If you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, of course I do. This is an honest podcast.
I see Mario going to not handhelds, to mobile devices.
Yeah, which is already happening with that. Not stupid, I shouldn't say that. With that interesting, because I haven't played it yet.
No, it's stupid. Overpriced for a stupid game.
Okay, I disagree with you on the price because it's a premium game and I feel like they have to pay a premium price for it.
Not a premium game. You tap because it's not like a regular Mario game. You just tap. That's all you do. You don't control where you're going. There is no talent. There is no skill. Tapping is skill. You ever played? No. You play Flappy Birds, bro? Yes, I did. That game was irritating. You in that game. Get the hell out. Who invited this guy on the podcast? You did. Oh, God, that was my fault. Okay. Oh, God damn it. Let me roll back a bit. Okay. So I was being overly harsh. Okay. But it's still shit. It's not a Mario game. It's a Mario game in view only. It has the Mario character. It has the coins. But the gameplay is masked as a Mario game. Well, it's really not. and they're charging $10 for it, and I don't think it's worth $10.
Fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion. But more importantly, do we boycott the Switch to get Mario on consoles?
Depends. I have no definitive answer for that. It depends. Is Nintendo going to do good with the Switch?
I don't know.
That's the thing. If it's not going to do good, boycott the Switch.
I just don't know. But even if it's good, we should boycott it. And then
Phil,
the big man Phil comes about, Phil Spencer, in Phil we trust.
He's like, yo, Nintendo.
He's like, yo, Nintendo, remember when Sony tried to fuck you over with that other console you worked on together? Yeah, I remember. Because I was around.
Sony.
Yeah, shut up. You remember that? And then, boom, we're best of friends, me and you. Look, we'll give you Minecraft, and you can have this, and we can all be friends. And then we get Mario, we exclude Sony, boom. I'm talking a load of crap, but still fun to talk about.
It'd be a good fairy tale.
It would be. And the Xbox fanboy in me, which comes out every now and then, as you may have noticed.
Right.
It'd be the best.
It would be the best. I would love it. I wouldn't have to buy the Switch. There would be no worrying. That new Zelda's game's coming out. It looks awesome. I need to buy a Switch now. No, my Xbox or my PlayStation can play it, even if it's just Xbox. I have an Xbox.
Yeah.
So
exactly. Foxes puts in the chat. I wonder what he's thinking of. He's got a fault. I wonder what it is. Anyway, next piece of news. Gearbox. Ever heard of that company?
Yes.
Gearbox CEO teases Duke Nukem announcement next week. Gearbox is planning to reveal something Duke Nukem related next Thursday, December 1st, which is this Thursday. The hint comes from CEO Randy Pitchford responding to a fan's interest in a Duke Nukem Gears of War crossover. CEO Randy Pitchford said on Twitter, on December 1st, we are announcing something you might really enjoy. Nah, Duke Nukem Forever is a game that come out. I never played it. I heard bad things. Did you get to play Duke Nukem Forever?
I heard bad things, so I avoided it.
You avoided it as well. Smart move. Smart move.
Yeah.
You ever been a Duke Nukem fan?
No.
Okay. Interesting. I remember having it on the N64 and absolutely loving it. I don't know why my mum let me play that game at all, but I did, and I remember loving it. Just the swearing. Duke Nukem's voice is amazing. It's just, yeah.
I'd imagine you like the voice of Big Burly Man.
Well, Crest, this is why I got you on the podcast.
Oh.
You know. The audio listeners can't see you right now, so they're like, yo, this guy must be big.
Of course.
You're the biggest. Mr. Moody says it'd be shown at the Game Awards. That makes perfect sense, honestly. I didn't think about it. Makes perfect sense. It'd be world exclusive. New Duke Nukem game. Boom. Do I care for it? No. But
I don't think most people would care for it at this point.
No, I just want Gearbox to go make Borderlands 3. That's all I want. Which they are. They've already announced that. But don't talk about anything else. Just go give me Borderlands 3. Bring it back. Give it to me. Done. Do we agree on that?
Sure, they could do that.
You don't like Borderlands, do you?
I like the first one.
Get the fuck out of here, Crash.
Okay, so let me explain. I played the first Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
I played the second Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same thing. I stopped playing it. It's not that I hated it. It's not that I disliked it.
Borderlands 2 is so good.
Gameplay loop was repetitive from the first one.
100%.
And I played a lot of the first one, and so I had no interest in going through that repetition again at the time it came out.
Fair enough. Did you ever play the pre-sequel?
I tried about an hour of it with Ben.
See, I just feel like that game is definitely a game you have to play with people. I love the humor. I love the humor in it, honestly. We disagree. Oh no, we disagree.
One of my least favorite things about Borderlands is the humor.
Interesting. Maybe it's just my type of humor.
Maybe.
Tiny Tina just cracks me up.
Tiny Tina's good. She's the only good thing.
No, and Sir Hammerlock.
I don't know who that is.
His gay jokes crack me up. They never come out and say he's gay, but he just makes loads of gay jokes. Just cracks me up.
I hate gay jokes, man.
You do. A little game that we both play called Rainbow Six Siege has announced that its second season pass for the game is now available. Before I even read the rest of this, Gresh, second season pass. You, sir, own the first season pass, correct?
Yes.
Second season pass. How does that sound to you? No, that's a big no-no. Why?
Because that game is just dying out for me.
Okay, so for you,
I don't think it's a bad idea.
No. You are You're the least active in our little squad on Siege.
Yes.
But I've had numbers of people posted in the my Xbox and Me Facebook group how they've bought Siege to play with all of us for Siege Sundays and stuff, which is absolutely crazy. It still boggles my mind. And Ubisoft, again, just like EA, Ubisoft, feel free to cut the checks, mate. You know, selling copies of your games for you. It's okay. It's okay. But you've got people like Dan just bought it. Mr. Moody just bought it. Foxes has got it. I've got it. Mackie's got it. Who am I missing? Large List. Ben. Just our community has gone crazy for it over the last, say, 6 weeks. So for them bringing a new season pass out for it, I think that's amazing. It's just dropped at the perfect time for the people that think about it. I know you put a lot of money and time into it already, yeah? But for people like Dan, Foxes, I'll include Foxes there. Dan, Foxes, Moody, who have just bought the game at like £15, that second season pass is like, oh, that just puts it up to the price of what I would have played for the full game, and I get season 2. I think that's a brilliant idea. I really, really do. Let me just quickly read this. Ubisoft has revealed it will have a second-year season pass for Rainbow Six Siege, and it's available to purchase right now. Buying the season pass grants you VIP premium membership until February 7th, 2018. It promises to provide 8 new operators, which I think is amazing, across 4 seasons, 8 exclusive headsets, customizations, and 8 uniform customizations, and the R6 Carbon Charm and 600 R credits to use in game. I don't know the price for this. That's the one thing I haven't got here.
Be $20.
I'm assuming it's not, but
what is it? The last correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't get the last season pass,
but I might be able to correct you. Go on.
I believe the last season pass was $20.
Okay. I don't. I'm not sure. Okay, what price point would get you to buy it? Or is there not a price point that get you to buy it? You can say that. That's absolutely fine.
If there's not a price point, it would just be dependent on whether I get back into the game.
Fair enough. So if you get dragged back in, is like that a thing of like, oh, okay, cool, I'm going to drop the money for the season pass straight away?
If it's no more than 30.
Cool.
Anything more than 30, then I have no interest. Yeah.
Fair enough. Do you think this is going to bring new players in?
No.
No, it's just going to keep the current players happy.
Yes, I don't think season passes bring new players in. Unless there's like some crazy deal with the amount of deals Rainbow's been having.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll have another deal that bundles the season pass with the game at a relatively low price.
Fair enough. I just think the community is really good for Rainbow. Like, we always talk about how Gears of War communities absolutely died, which makes me sad. It does really make me sad, especially when I'm like #1 on Twitch and you're like, yeah, but look at the community.
Right.
The Siege community is there and it is rabid, and they're good fun to play with. So keep me going.
I'm trying to think of the words in my head before I come off as being overly harsh.
We all know
is the community really there? Your community is there.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
And there are a lot of people who dedicate a lot of time into it that are diamonds and platinums that'll go into other people's streams.
Yeah.
But is the community really there? Like, okay, give me 1 second. I want to pull up Twitch and see how many people are viewing it right now.
That's how to be fair, that's exactly how I go off popularity nowadays. Is that a bad thing to go off of?
No.
I always go off of, if a game comes out and isn't in that top echelon of games, I think, oh, this probably didn't do too well. I feel like that's a good engagement level of knowing how many people. You got to think of time as well, Crash. It does fluctuate, and stuff like that, I don't know. I love the game. I really do. I'd convince anyone to buy that game. I'm not very good at the game sometimes, and sometimes I'm really good at the game. But it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. You're taking too long. I'm moving on.
Move on.
Forget your rainbow stats. Last but not least,
Division instead.
Resident Evil 7 will supposedly have cross-save support on PC and Xbox One. I'm going to butcher this gentleman's name, but Dengeki, I think that's right. Dengeki. Dengeki. That makes more sense. Recently spoke to Capcom regarding Resident Evil 7, which is literally just around the corner to launch, and confirmed a few extra details. According to Capcom, all versions of the game will have HDR support, with PC and PS4 support in 4K scaling. We've reached out for more details, which is the Directorate have reached out for more details on whether or not this will requires the S or the Pro model for each console. Also, the PC and Xbox One editions will support cross-save support, which for me is really cool. I really, 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 really like this cross-save stuff. I think I don't currently have a PC that can run games, but when I do, just the fact that I'll be able to send my saves back and forward seems like a really good thing. You play some PC games. You don't play cross-play much though, right?
No, not really.
Or the play anywhere function or nothing like that.
That honestly, it doesn't interest me.
Fair enough. If your Xbox is there, you're going to play it on your Xbox.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. If you wanted a game on PC, you'd play it on PC.
I could see this being useful for someone who has like I have a PC that could probably run Resident Evil 7 in really high quality, but I wouldn't be able to stream it. If I wanted to stream, I could just play it on Xbox One.
Got ya.
So that in that sense it'd work, but I don't really care for that. Like crossplay's never been a thing I really care about, even on the PS4 and Vita, which is a bit different, but
yeah, no, it's relatively the same thing. It is. It's the fact of you've got a laptop. The thing they leave out is you've got a laptop. Amazing, you can do. No, you haven't got a laptop that can run the goddamn games.
Exactly. If you do, that thing's gonna be overheating like crazy.
You're gonna need something on your lap because it's gonna burn your lap off.
Yeah.
But yeah. I love the crossplay functionality, and anytime I get to talk about Resident Evil 7, I will bring it up.
Of course. Every news piece.
I'm not boycotting it anymore. Can you believe that I once said that I'm not going to talk about Resident Evil 7 anymore?
No, that's 100% something you would say.
I did say it, and then the next week I spoke about it. Okay, just a reminder for the games with gold. From December 1st, you will be able to get Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition. Quite a good game, actually. From December 16th to January 15th, you will be able to get Outlast, which I apologize again to Mr. Moody. He bought that game for me while I was out. I feel really bad. Xbox 360, Burnout Paradise is available from December 16th to December 31st. And Outland, a game that I've never played, available from December 1st to December 15th. So they are your games with gold games. And let's jump in. Crash, you ever heard of Fixer Sack?
No.
You ever wanted to be in Fixer Sack?
I've dreamt of it.
You've dreamt of Fixer Sack. That's right. You have.
Every night.
I will take this first email, and you can read the second one.
Okay.
It says, "Hello, Fixer and Ross." That's you.
Oh, hi.
With the step down of Joshua Holmes from 343 to pursue an indie development path, do you guys imagine a lot of AAA games going this route? Which is your favorite indie game? Lots of love, Matt, aka Little Smitty on Xbox Gamertag. So, first question: do we see more AAA developers going the indie route? I don't see why not. I feel like for me, it's a case of what type of game do you want to make? What type of person are you? Are you a Michael Bay, or are you a famous indie movie guy, because I don't watch him. But do you need that big budget to get your artistic, creative dream out there? Do you need a AAA? That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's the same thing for people like for me and other indie people that do this independently. It's a case of, okay, you can go work at IGN, GameSpot, all these places where I'm sure the workload's better, the pay's better, you probably get invited to more parties, you get there's so many more benefits. Or you can work for yourself, graft, probably put in more hours, but there's that more sense of achievement. For me, it's the same thing. It's the case of some people have that drive to work for someone else, and some people have that drive to work for themselves. Some people don't like making other people money. I personally don't. I've worked at McDonald's. I've worked at Clark's, which is a shoe shop. I am sick of making other people money. I really am.
Myself money. For
someone like myself, I've got a big mouth. I can talk. I'm a very good salesman while working in retail. I can upsell. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done it. But I'm sick of making other people money. Why not start my own venture, which I've done here with mcfix.co.uk, and why not just do what you want to do? Can you live off of that? Currently, no. That's why I have to keep working at other places. That's why I have to keep doing indie. But that's why you're an indie. Unfortunately, there's the highs and there's the lows of an indie. Some people can take that, some people can't. Some people need to be in the system, and some people need to come out of the system. I'm sure Joshua has a creative idea that he wants to get out there that wasn't probably getting pursued by AAA, by Microsoft, or 343. They were just like, no, sorry, that's probably not what we want. So he's gone off and done it himself. He knows he can. He has a fan base. He makes great games. He knows what he's doing. So the question is, do I see more AAAs doing this? No. I don't really see it, because it's just different types of people. Yeah. I see different people jumping out of AAA, but I don't see AAA as a whole going. So people need to be in that system. We can't all be indies. Yeah. It's impossible. No. Do you know what I mean? We can't.
Then you're no longer an indie.
No, exactly. But
it's like underground hip hop.
Yeah.
It's such a big category that's not really underground hip hop anymore.
No.
Like, it's different. It changes. And if everybody would start making indie games don't really exist anymore.
No, but I find that now though with indie games.
Oh, yeah.
The next question is, what's your favorite indie game? I find it hard to figure out what's an indie game and what's not half the time.
There's too many.
Well, it's just that I just play games. Yeah. I don't play games or indie games. I just play games.
Does that game look good? Does it not?
Yeah, like the chat's saying right now, Shovel Knight, amazing. Journey, amazing. Transistor 2, Rocket League. If we're going from the best indie game I've played in a while, probably Rocket League is definitely up there. Definitely. What do you make of all this? AAA developers leaving to go indie?
To be honest, I would say you have to look at Joshua Holmes and why he left, and the possibility of him getting kicked out of 343. Mm-hmm. Because as far as his connection to the core Halo fans, it wasn't big. During Halo 4's multiplayer development, he went on record saying that they had a model of Halo 4 that played, it might have been Halo 5, I might be wrong about that, but they had a model that played very similar to Halo 3, and they scrapped that to go for something different. And that's not what the core Halo group wanted. And then with Halo 5, he came out with a story that was subpar at best.
I've heard very bad things.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he was sort of pushed out. And after a track record like that, with a AAA game like that, how many people would actually want to pick him up?
Straight off of the back of that. Yeah,
exactly. So his option might be going to indie games, make an indie game, and show like, hey, I still got it. It was the fact that I was working with the pre-made franchise. I can still work AAA.
And this is why you're on the fucking podcast. Crystal's got inside like that, my son. And favorite indie game lately?
Rogue Legacy was the last one I played that I think I really got into, and I really
Legacy.
enjoyed.
I don't think I played Rogue Legacy.
I'd recommend it. It's very fun.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anything else that comes to the top of your mind?
On this topic, no.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Mr. Moody in chat also said everybody's gone to the Rapture. Currently free on PS Plus. Just so if you're a PlayStation fan,
download that.
I'm gonna have to do that as well. I haven't got PS Plus, which is something I've got to do. But anyway, thank you for that. Crush, you want to take this last email?
Yes. Hello, once again, gentlemen.
Yo.
Having been thoroughly entertained by your answers to my previous question, and after last week, may have to adopt the persona Uncle Jess.
Uncle Jesse, yes. So
Uncle
last
Jesse.
week, what happened was we thought Uncle Jesse from the podcast Russ does, the Reddit podcast, was emailed in pretending to be this person.
Oh, okay.
I think we've established now that it's not Uncle Jesse. It's Jesse just as on her own.
All right.
So, but carry on, sorry.
Okay. I've decided to be slightly cheeky this week and ask two questions. However, tie into one another.
Cool.
So go easy on me. Wink.
That's right.
Question 1. What game would you like to see made into a film or a TV show? For the sake of discussion, we'll assume the film or TV show turns out to be good.
Okay.
Question 2. What film or TV show would you like to see made into a game? Again, we'll assume it's good, although some films made into games have actually been quite all right, in my opinion. The game Avatar was underrated. As always, King regards.
Yep.
Is that supposed to be kind regards or King?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm
Jesse.
King regards, unless maybe Jesse's a king.
I don't,
and we just
don't know.
So maybe it's King regards,
Yeah.
and we're meant to bow or something.
Exactly.
We don't have a king over in England. Maybe you guys have you got a king in America? Is that what have I missed something? Is
Donald
Trump the king?
Man. He's probably going for it. That's his next goal. His royal decree, you know.
Would it surprise you? No. So, what game would you like to be seen made into a film? Okay, we've answered this question a lot of times, but we've got questions, so hopefully we get different answers. A game that there's such different mediums. They're so different. I can see why people draw parallels to them. I do, but they are so different.
Answer.
Go on, hit me with it.
Gears of War, God of War.
Okay, brilliant. So
they're minimal on the story. They don't have super complex and deep stories. You could cover it and shorten it into a 2-hour story, an hour and a half, and fill it with action scenes. And there you go. You have those movies, and those movies transition easily. It's when you get into the more complicated movies like Last of Us. I don't see how Last of Us could be a good movie, in all honesty.
Because it's such a good game.
Exactly. And there's so much to it. And there's so many little moments where you read the note in Ellie's book bag and it's from her mom, and all those little stuff that add to it. And it's what makes it amazing.
That's what makes it a game. An interactive...
I was playing Final Fantasy 15 earlier. We talked about this. One thing I didn't mention is that it makes the universe seem real. I'm walking down the beach. I see two people playing on the beach, and that's a moment I noticed in a video game that I wouldn't notice in a movie, and it doesn't add anything to the movie.
Exactly.
But it adds to making that universe real in the game. And so they're really two different mediums in how they portray themselves, I guess.
Again, I would love... I said this before, I think, if I remember rightly. I'd love a Suicide Squad game. Again, the film wasn't that good, but I think they could have done a really good game. Because different characters, they've got different abilities, different classes, go around killing things. Cool.
Right,
done.
right.
Done.
You can
it could work. It could work.
The movie or TV show into games is, I think, more difficult than the vice versa.
So, something that's a TV show that I would have loved a really good Harry Potter game. The Harry Potter games that come out were really bad.
Yeah, but my whole thing is how do you turn Harry Potter into a good game?
I don't know.
If you can't answer that, can it really be turned into a good game?
Well, the question says it would just be good. They didn't tell me how
much. Right.
No one said I had to make it good. They just said it would be good.
You're right. It would be good. I guess.
So
Harry
I'll take a Harry Potter one, and we're taking American Pie game as well.
Just because it'll be good.
If it's guaranteed to be good, that means nudity.
You're right.
That means, I don't know. There's going to be a part where I have to have sex with apple pie. So
that's my favorite pastime.
Game of the year.
Exactly.
Pretty much just add Sims. That's an add-on for Sims, pretty much. Thank you guys for your emails. Be sure to email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. That's myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. Crash.
Yes.
Last but not least, suggestion of the week. Is there a game out there that you've played that you can suggest to the audience to play? It can be Final Fantasy if you're having a lot of fun with that, to be fair. Would you suggest people to buy it?
I'd say give me another week before I suggest that.
That's a smart idea.
Because I'm only like 7 hours into it. I'm loving it right now, but it's only 7 hours for $60. I can't say it's worth it. I can't do that. Try Smite. It's free.
You know what, Crash? I've never suggested that game, so why the heck not? Smite is free. If you need someone to carry you, Crash hates doing that for me, so I'm sure he'll love doing it for you. What have I been playing? I'm trying to think. I haven't played anything lately that's not already well known. So I haven't really got anything to add. I don't want to suggest something just for the sake of it, for you guys maybe to pick it up and then be like, yo, Fix, you said this was good. It's like, yeah. If you're into Skyrim, it's a fun game. It was on sale, so hopefully you got it. Hopefully you got some good Black Friday deals. I want to love to hear about that. So email in again, myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. Crash, plug, and we'll get ourselves out of it. What have you got to plug?
My Twitch at twitch.tv/CrushnickPlays.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You can blame me on Twitter sometimes. What's that?
Oh, at CrushnickPlays.
There you go. At least your marketing's on point.
100%.
Again, thank you all for watching. If you want to support me, you support me on patreon.com/mcfixer. Get the show early. Audio is $3, video is $4. You also get to be in the chat with people like Moody, Foxes, Proper BO, who we haven't heard much from. Again, email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. Ross is fine. He's just working a lot. Crash will be on again next week. I hope you enjoyed him. Give me some feedback on the show if you'd like. I'd love to hear how much you hate Crash, if you hate him. Until then, I will love you, leave you, and I will see you all later.
Bye.